Hello again, all Life Path number 9s. This is your June reading for 2019. I've already shuffled the deck and split the deck. Also, those cards are all ready to go. I'm going to stick with the Celtic Cross that we did last month. We also have one additional card here that my two friends over here are holding for us from the Akashic Records Tarot cards, which I will read from the book out of the book at the end of the main reading here. I'm not going to go into the astrology. I kind of figure that I put enough about the astrology and stuff on my page that you can go through those videos and check them out. There's a lot of people there that are better astrologers than I am, and it's where I get my information from anyway. I will give you the new moon and the full moons for June. So there is a new moon in the sign of Gemini, and that's on the 3rd of June. On the 17th of June, there is a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. So we have Gemini coming into play and Sagittarius. So Gemini is known as the communication sign. We also have Mercury moving into Gemini. So we have two communication planets, if you like, signs for June. Usually with your new moons, you would set your new moon intentions and wishes. And on the full moon, you would do your gratitude and forgiveness list, which I've covered quite extensively in my other videos. So I'm not going to go over those ones too much now. So what we're going to do is, as I place the cards down for the Celtic Cross, I will tell you the placements of the cards and what it means. So here we go for Life Path number 9s. This is you yourself, and this is what's crossing you, or your challenge, your foundation, your past card, your present card, your future card, you yourself, your environment, your hopes and fears, and your final outcome card. If I need to clarify, I will clarify with the rest of the deck. I also like to look at what's on the bottom. We have the Knight of Ariel on the bottom. Right, here we go, guys. This is you yourself, or you. It is the King of Raphael, and it says, warm, generous, honourable and refined. Yes, it's safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. And it's a king, so it's a pretty major card, other than I think you've only got 2 major arcana cards this month, so that's pretty good. So this is you at the moment. If there's any situation that you're questioning, it says, yes, it's safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. So it means you are rather quite busy at the moment. And it says, follow your creative passions. Okay? And the card that is crossing you, or your challenge, it's not much of a challenge because it's the Star card. Now this is, with Archangel Josephiel, it says, a dream come true. Believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So I don't think that's very difficult to be a challenge card. The Star card is basically promising you a wish come true, which you've been working on. So a wish has come true. Maybe it's about this, yes, it's safe to trust. I'm kind of tying it in because I can see the other cards on the table. But yeah, I don't think that is too much of a major challenge, basically. It is basically challenging you to trust your, trust that it's safe and that a dream is going to come true. Also trust and believe in yourself and the end of a difficult situation. So if you can have the affirmations of I trust, everything's divinely timed, it's a dream come true, or there is a dream coming true, that is your card crossing you. Your foundation card And this is why I sort of say I can see what's on the table. So it's the Two of Raphael, which is, just trying to think what it is in the normal tarot. Two of Cups, that's in the normal tarot, and this is usually relating to a relationship. It says at the bottom, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. So this is basically, could be a soulmate relationship, a karmic relationship, what they're throwing around on the internet at the moment, twin flame. But it's destined to be. This is a destined relationship. So, like it says back in here, you know, yes, it's safe to trust. With all relationships, especially soulmate or karmic relationships, it's not always a bed of roses, but it's meant to be. You're there to teach each other something in life. It's predestined before you even come to the planet, or whether you're, when you're born. So that is your foundation. This is all about a relationship, I think. I'm going to go back to your past card now, and it's the Knight of Michael, which is that one. And it says strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden change. So you're doing the logical thing. You've had the time to think about, the logical things in life, or, the logical thing of a relationship, the logical thing of where you're headed in your life path. But it's basically you've had to move quickly. It says time to move quickly, choosing logic over emotion, sudden change. So there's been some sort of sudden change that's led you to the rest of the situation, basically to the Star card. I mean, this is a major arcana card, but it's a very good card. And especially it says, the ability to accomplish many things at once, follow your creative passion, yes, it's safe to trust. And then you get, the Two of Cups down here, or the Two of Raphael, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. They're all pretty good cards. Especially with your past card coming into your present card, which is the Two of Ariel, or the Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles in normal tarot. This is doing the juggling act. It says, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So that's where your sudden sort of change comes in, and it's time to move quickly. So this is what you've been in for the last month sort of type thing. Well, you're still in it sort of type thing. You still have a lot to do. But yeah, like it says, it's important to have balance if you're working multiple jobs and things like that, and this relationship comes along, you're going to have to find some sort of balance. I just want to go back down to this King of Raphael here. It says follow your creativity, follow your creative passions, and your future card is the Three of Ariel, which is all about creative passions. This is a master craftsman here. He's made this jewellery box he's intently focused on. He is a perfectionist. He loves what he does, and he gets noticed for what he does. So that's your future card. You could have been studying, doing all sorts of things in recent times to make you into this master craftsman sort of type thing. Maybe this is why you've been, juggling your balls sort of type thing, working multiple jobs and projects at once to get to this card to be a master craftsman sort of thing. This card can indicate that you may be teaching other people to do your craft. But it's like in this card here, in your future, all he's focused on is this one jewellery box. He's not multitasking. He's not doing multiple jobs or projects at once. He's, you know, intently concentrating on this one item here. He's perfected it. He's making sure it's perfect. He's a master craftsman. So that's kind of where you're heading to. You've done all this juggling act to get to that point. I'm going to go into this card here, which is the 10 of Gabriel, which is you yourself. 10s are always endings of cycles, so you're coming out of this juggling act here. And it says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. It's extremely hard in this day and age to please others and everybody at once, because what happens, I call this my Cinderella card, we end up sacrificing our own health, ourselves, our own... even our own relationships. I'm going to pop that card in there too. Sorry, there's a bit of glare on it. All work and no play sort of type thing. You cannot please everybody. You've probably been trying to. I'm one of the world's worst people pleasers as well. But I've learned over the years that if I don't look after myself, I can't look after everybody else. I definitely sort of have learnt that over many years. And been kicked in the butt a few times by it. But anyway, you're at the end of that cycle. So, you know, you need to ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. So that's that card in a nutshell. So that's a little bit of a heads up, but it is coming to an end. You've got in your environments card here is the 9 of Gabriel. Which is telling you to stay determined and move forward, be prepared for any possibility. So that's that one there. So you're still going to have to do a little bit of the work and to stay determined. But it's telling you be prepared for any possibility. So, you know, you've got some sudden changes here. There's definitely a relationship, be it also can implicate a business partnership. It does not have to be romantic, but 9 times out of 10 it is a romantic relationship with this card. So in your environment, it's telling you to stay and be determined, to move forward, be prepared for any possibility. So any possibility could be like with this future card here, you know, working with others in a cooperative manner. Any possibility could be finally doing what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career and artistic endeavours. Number 9s are quite capable of having a plan B or a plan C if they need to. Don't be too rigid with that number 9 there. In numerology, 9s are also ends of cycles. Even when I do my life path numbers, the next lot of numbers are master numbers. You're still at a 9 sort of type thing. But this is where you need to stay determined, because you're finishing a lot of projects, finishing up, doing things all at once sort of type thing. I don't know how quite to explain that one, but yeah, it's just a matter of, you know, making sure all your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed. You know, you're a master craftsman. This is what you're coming into. It's okay to be a perfectionist sort of type thing. That's where you're kind of headed, if you're not already there sort of type thing. But you've been doing this juggling act for a reason. You know, nobody likes to do this juggling act. They make it look easy, but we all know that doing the juggling act, if you've ever tried to juggle, is not that easy. So I'm going to go into your hopes and fears card, because it is a major arcana card. It's number 2, the High Priestess, with Archangel Heniel. And it says, powerful psychic insights insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. And here comes information for June with Gemini. And it says, be at peace. So that's in your hopes and fears card. So it's basically telling you to be at peace. You've got all the information by now. You've had the powerful insights, psychic insights. You've had the time for reflection, meditation that provides that valuable information. When you're busy bees, it leaves you no time for those insights to be downloaded or be given to you, because your mind is so active that you basically miss the message altogether. So just be aware that you might, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes per day, sit down and have a little bit of quiet time, shut the mind off or shut the mind down so that you can receive those informations. Well, the information. It can also be a case of in your dreams at night, you can get downloads or information through your dreams. Have a piece of paper or a book or a pen and a pen beside your bed. As soon as you have that dream, it might be only for 2 or 3 minutes, you might have a dream and suddenly wake up, write it down, because that's the information that you need. The information will come to you. With the High Priestess, she's got this gown on, okay? It's a beautiful blue gown. As you can see, it flows down like a waterfall down these steps that she's standing on. It's another kind of thing to say, be at peace and go with the flow, okay? So being prepared for any possibility sometimes is going with the flow and letting things happen as naturally as they can. So, and I'm going referring back to this 9 of Gabriel here, where it says be prepared for any possibility. So if you can be at peace and just go with the flow, things move in their natural rhythm and way that they're supposed to. Sometimes when you force things too much, they don't quite get to the level of where they're supposed to be, I'm going to say. They don't quite happen how they're supposed to. They just go with the flow and let things flow. Your final outcome card here is the 4 of Raphael. It's this one here. I'm just going to read it. It says, seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, and be aware of your own emotions. So it's I think this is the 4 of Cups in the normal tarot cards, where it's somebody, they have 3 cups in front of them. There's a big hand coming out of the cloud with another cup being presented to them, but they miss it all together because they're so focused on those other 3 cups. It can be a boredom card, but it does say, it says seek out other possibilities. Hang on guys, I'm just going to, looks like our Wi-Fi is going funny, as it has been doing the last few days. Anyway, we'll get back to this one. 4 of Raphael. Now it's come back again. It says, seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. When they say be aware of your own emotions with this card, it's kind of feeling boredom, you know, like it's the same old. There's the same 3 shells in front of me she's playing with here. But if she just turned around, there's Archangel Raphael here handing her another shell, if you like, or another opportunity. I will pull a clarifying card on the 4 of Raphael, please. It's that one. It's a Major Arcana card, and it's called Divine Guidance with Archangel Sandalphon. So, like I said, you might be so fixated on something else that you miss this divine guidance. Like I said with the High Priestess, the divine guidance is coming to you. You've got the Star card, you've got I mean, even going back to here to the 10 of Gabriel, you know, it's asking you to ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Especially with the 4 of Raphael here. You may miss this divine guidance that you've been given. This card with 4 of Raphael can also be like feeling, what do they call it, navel gazing, feeling a bit sad and sorry for yourself that you have all this to do. But the divine guidance is here because it's all leading you into the year 2020, which is coming up rather rapidly. I can't believe it's June already. So I'm going to pull one more card. There we go. This is a good card. It's the 8 of Raphael. In this card, it's depicted there is a bridge there. Archangel Raphael is standing over the other side here, and he's calling this girl over the bridge. It's entirely up to you whether you cross this bridge. This could be the divine guidance that you're getting. It says, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. So, like I said with this one, the navel gazing sort of type thing, the focusing on the 3 shells and not noticing the one that's being handed to you from universe, from spirit, from your guides, whatever you want to call it. This card has just clarified it, especially with the divine guidance. There is a better way for you coming. Do what you know is right for you, but there is definitely a better way coming, but you need this divine guidance to put you onto that path. I know you've got this one in your future card, so whatever this path is, it's not quite there yet. It is in your future. You need the divine guidance, but you need to cross that bridge to basically find that better way. As with all pictures that have little dogs in it with tarot cards, this is your gut instinct. This is your own intuition. If that was me, I'd be running across that bridge because I trust the angels 110%. So if somebody was beckoning me over the bridge and it was Archangel Raphael, I'd be running. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see what your Akashic Records card is. I'm going to leave the main reading there. I think it's kind of all pretty straightforward. Don't forget about this relationship. A lot of these cards are about your work, your career, but this relationship is a one-of-a-kind, one-off sort of type thing. It might be that that is, you know, where you're headed. This could be the better, there is something better waiting for you. But anyway, I'm going to leave that one there and we'll see what your Akashic Records card is. And it's the 3 of Forces, the Bird's Nest. So I'm just going to put my glasses on and I'm going to read this one out of the book. So I hope you can see that clearly. The Bird's Nest. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. These cards represent the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening a new business. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort. For the expansion you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansion may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spiritual family, friends and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. There's a little exercise that they put in the books so that you can do. And it says, close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansion that lies before you? So that's a pretty good card to come into this reading. I never know what these cards are. I never turn them around and have a look. But this ties in beautifully with your reading. This is you, making this nest, making this new beginning. And as it says in all your cards, there is something new and expensive coming into play here. And I'm just going to go back to what it says in the book here. There may be some sort of effort involved in this. So it doesn't mean to say that you're going to be doing this juggling act, but your juggling act is now gotten you to the point where the expansion is going to come in. Like they said, new employees, opening a new business. It could be even starting a family or adding to the family sort of type thing. So it's a really, really good card, that one. So just be aware that it's going to take a bit more effort. Like I said, everything we're doing at the moment is leading us into 2020. So no matter what you are doing, put the love and the effort in now, especially with Akashic Records. What seeds you sow now are going into your Akashic Records for the future. So what you put out there in the world will come back to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, guys. It was quite involved, but I think I'm going to leave it there. So I'm hoping to be back to do mid-June readings. If not, I'm still going to be doing the July Life Path readings for everybody. So until then, I wish you a brilliant, magical June, and we'll talk all again soon. So take care, guys.